Are you ready for the truth today? Are you ready for the truth? You know what? Some people can't handle the truth, and I'll tell you what. There's a restraining order right there trying to stop me from telling the truth. And you know what? I've read it very carefully, and I am going to be very careful about what I talk about. There is a lot to still talk about. A lot of corruption and what it takes to fix it. And I'll tell you what, it takes freaking courage. I've got, what is today? Today's the 11th, March 11th. So, it is not, I'm going to jail on the 14th when Travis Dustin tries to put me behind bars for committing crimes he knows I did not do, the parole officer. Officer McDonald, who will not investigate attempted murder in the town of Kingston, and all these people. DAs, judges that were corrupt through the entire thing. Guess what? I got nothing to lose. And here is more. And you know what? I want to know why. Why have I not heard from fucking anybody? See this badge? Middlesex Sheriff's Officer. I was a fucking cop. If I did not investigate, if I did not look into a crime when that was reported to me, I would have had this stripped from me. I wouldn't have been an officer for fucking 10 years that finally went down fighting in the line of duty. I am bullshit. I have notified how many officers, how many departments here in Massachusetts? Possibly 20 at this point. Apparently that didn't make a big enough impression. So a little heads up to everyone not doing their jobs for whatever reason, corruption or whatnot. I am sending this video to the FBI. I'm sending this video to the DEA. I'm sending this video to the Federal Marshal's office. And you know what? I haven't even heard from Secretary of State Francis William Galvin. Where are you on this? Huh? You're the Secretary of State in Massachusetts. A former officer of yours has been almost murdered. Everything in his life destroyed, tortured to death because he ran for office. How dare I run for U.S. Senate against Elizabeth Warren? What part did she play in this fucking whole role, that shitbag lady, that fucking nobody in their right fucking mind would vote for her? I didn't even have to tell anybody my policies or her policies. They said, wait, you're running against Warren? Stop right there. You have my vote. Boy, how fucking shady it was when my entire year-long campaign on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, right before paperwork came out to get everything on the ballots, all three platforms mysteriously delete my campaign, and when you look up my name, what do you find? I dropped out. That's what they try and fucking tell you. That is how corrupt Massachusetts politics is. You cannot fathom the fucking level of corruption here in Massachusetts. We need help. We need to stand up and fix this shit, and the only fucking way to do that is to see that, oh, look, we still have balls. We've got badges. Fucking step up and do the right goddamn thing. And now, more reasons for you to do the right thing. Ready for this one? So when I was becoming a Middlesex deputy sheriff, going through the longest academy in the state's fucking history under Sheriff DiPaola, a really good guy, a really good sheriff that wanted to get his sheriff's department out on the street so that what could we do? End corruption out on the street in politics so that we could make positive changes. And what happened to Sheriff DiPaola? He was murdered, suicided. So, I mean, it was the shadiest fucking shit you've ever seen in your fucking entire goddamn life. This poor man who was this great guy. I remember when I went in to interview with him, you know, I sit down and, you know, we're having a chit chat and it's going great. And, you know, I had gotten in a fight with my brother. My brother called the cops that day. I was in college. It was fucking 10 years before I was running for sheriff. And one of his guys goes, so, what's this deal with your brother? And I go, well, the judge threw it out. The judge even said to me that, you know, if I got arrested every time I got in a fight with my brothers, I'd never be a judge. So the judge threw the whole freaking case out and just told me never to deal with my brother. And, you know, we're talking almost 25, 30 years later at this point, I still don't talk to my brother. So, but the DA, when I was arrested for these cases here in Kingston, DA goes, oh my God, Your Honor, look at this escalating violence. He got in a fight with his brother. Oh, what the? Are you fucking kidding me? Two brothers fight as kids and you call it, and then this mysterious bullshit when I try to make my life better comes up? Little fucking shady. Little shady. But that's the system we're dealing with, right? Corruption in the DA's office, the judges, all of it. So, we've got me talking to DiPaola and his guys, and what he asked me, so how do you get along with the rest of your family? And I go, just great. None of them have had me arrested, right? They all cracked up. DiPaola cracked up. He goes, that's the best answer I've had in my entire life. That's awesome. You're hired, guy. So, we had a great rapport. He wanted to make things better on the streets of Massachusetts and throughout the department. And what happens to him? He ends up in a weird fucking motel situation where there's a sort of suicide note, but there isn't a suicide note. And suddenly, Peter J. Katusian gets put into place. And Captain Martin is walking around the Billerica House of Corrections up to every officer, including myself, who was the lowest man on the fucking totem pole in the place, going, okay, listen here now. You might be afraid that things are going to change and the corruption's going to end, but it's really not. All we're going to do is, so you can make payoffs to Peter J. Katusian, is just have your dad send in the money. Have your mom send in the money. So it's still under your name, and we can still see that you're paying off the sheriff to get your promotions, rather than anyone, oh, God forbid, be promoted for merit. Okay? We want the most corrupt people at the top. God knows how much Captain Martin had to pay for her fucking position. All the other captains and deputies in the sheriff's department, how much did you all pay for your fucking positions? Well, you shit on the guys in blue, the guys in the room, the guys that face 120 inmates every goddamn day, and you look down on. Fuck you. That's what I have to say to you all. You can take those fucking stars and stripes and shove them up your fucking ass. I'm sick to death of the lot of you. Peter Katusian's death needs to be investigated. God only knows. I can't even imagine. It's fucking horrible when you look back and you think about what we did to that family, what the sheriff's department did to that family. DiPaola dies under weird circumstances, and what do? You put a 24-hour vigil of a cruiser with maybe a well-intentioned officer behind the wheel going, I'm there for the family. But the family's in the house going scared to death that why the fuck is this cruiser sitting on us right now when they just murdered our dad, our family member. What the fuck? Not the only fucking shady death there either. Who remembers Dillon? He was in my academy class. This kid, he was one of the nicest fucking kids you can ever fucking imagine. And one night he just goes out for coffee and he doesn't come back. He not only ran himself into a tree at high speeds, but he shot himself in the head. That doesn't sound right to me. It shouldn't sound right to you. It shouldn't sound right to anybody in the MSO. It shouldn't sound, that needs to be investigated. Why the fuck that happened? I remember going to his funeral and his mother hugging me. And ma'am, I don't mention him to upset you. I bring this up because it deserves to be looked into. There's something wrong there. It didn't add up then to me, and it doesn't add up now, and it shouldn't add up to any of you, especially after you hear about what happened to Sheriff DiPaola under Peter Katusian. Now, Peter, my friend, you fucking cocksucker, what are you gonna do now? Huh? It's just you and me. I'm already going down in 3 fucking days from now, so I'm doing the right fucking thing. Are you gonna fucking go to the DA's office and say what you did? Say you're rolling it and burn everyone above you and burn everyone below you to save yourself? Or all the rats in the fucking department, all those fucking morons wearing fucking stars and stripes pretending they're fucking something or somebody? Or are they already on the fucking phone right now calling the DA's office so they can beat you there? Huh? Who's gonna rat out who? Is the fucking security department gonna investigate you now? Or are they fucking involved too? Your entire department needs to be ripped apart, piece of paper by piece of fucking paper, to see your fucking role in this and everybody's fucking role in the corruption in that department. And Travis Dustin needs to be looked into. John Pemberton needs to be looked into. That fucking guy has got his finger in all the pies from fucking everything. There's no way you fucking walk into a unit and go that you're assigned to and go, 2 minutes here, I've been here, I'm leaving. You handle the job, Ford. It's all up to you. And no one says boo. Why is that? What shady shit has John Pemberton done? What shady shit has Officer McDonald done in the Kingston PD that he can get away with I'm like, dude, don't you investigate attempted murder? Where is everybody's investigation on this? How many videos do I gotta make? How many people do I gotta send it to? You know what? I got a 500-page book that I wrote on the Middlesex Sheriff's Department. When I first started, I was told by one of the officers I work with, who I deeply respected, he said, you know what? Before you leave here, you're going to have a drinking problem, a drug problem, or a problem with women. Because that's the kind of stress that good people are put under in this place. It destroys them. But he said, no matter what you do, you need to keep notes on everything that happens. Every shady thing, every fucking crazy thing that happens. And you can write a hell of a book. And you know what? I did. I got a hell of a book. It's 500 pages long. It's going to the FBI. It's going to the DEA today. It's going to the U.S. Federal Marshalls office. It's already gone to a couple of book publishers. It's with a couple of friends, and it's with a whole bunch of other people right now. Complete strangers that just thought it would be fun to read a book about being a sheriff. I bet you they found it pretty fucking interesting. And you know what? This shit needs to end. And if you or any of you who are corrupt and have played any kind of a role in any of this, in fucking over my life in any way whatsoever, I strongly suggest that you start calling the DEA's office now. That you get your engines and cars ready to race 8:30 Monday morning to the courthouse to speak to the DA, to have your lawyers talking to the DA, because the first rat to the door is the one that gets the cheese. So do yourselves a favor. I'll see you in jail, guys. Have a great day.